The year is 2017. Congress is bitterly divided between Democrats, Republicans, and the rise of new independent parties, including former Democrats who've embraced the far, far left and former Republicans who promote the far, far right. Meanwhile, the nation is still recovering from the quagmire of Iraq and Iran and Syria. Nearing the end of her first term, President Clinton is struggling with a 30% approval rating. Cities will be wired for vast Wi-Fi, but like free broadcast radio or television, it will be network-owned, including by Clear Channel, and ad revenue supported. Consumers can still purchase premium Wi-Fi from their phone or cable companies. Either way, everyone has to pay. Combined function portable devices beginning with the iPhone are ubiquitous. Microsoft has bought UMG. Apple bought Warner EMI. Nokia has bought Sony BMG, or perhaps Fox has bought them in order to further its horizontal growth with content. These are all corporations who, unlike record labels, have always understood community, content, and distribution. Record labels still exist, but in radically different forms. Because the majority of labels' revenues no longer come from sales, labels sign artists to licensing deals rather than standard recording contracts. This creates an active partnership between the three remaining majors and artists for the only reliable revenue streams, including management, image and likeness merchandising, sync deals, ringtones, endorsements, and beyond. Single sales outpace album sales by nearly 200%. Nevertheless, unsigned artists who have recorded in their bedrooms routinely have top 5 downloads on iTunes. All over the world, new artists have realized that their bedroom can be their studio. Their computer is their label. Their distribution is the internet. The audience is their world. Record labels are primarily staffed by lawyers, accountants, and product managers with business degrees. None of them have ever worked in a record store. Speaking of record stores, there are no major retail chains left in the game, brick and mortar, online, or otherwise. They all folded their tattered tents years ago. Fortunately, a small number of independents have survived with moderate success via a combination mail order, downloads, and honest-to-goodness retail storefronts. For the past 15 years, the digital sword of Damocles has hung over their heads. Still, they persevere. Amazon is the world's biggest retailer for not only music, movies, and video games, but for housewares, electronics, pharmaceuticals, funeral services, and beyond. They are quite simply the most profitable big box store in the world. The 2017 cars come equipped with onboard hard drive and iPod docks standard. But because so many late model cars still have CD players, a fairly significant percentage of country and hip hop releases are still sold on compact disc. Walmart still carries the format, but will soon stop doing so. After years of acquisitions and indictments, commercial FM radio is now officially pay-for-play. Strangely enough, AM radio still exists as a sort of low-rent public access outlet for kooks, zealots, and the disenfranchised. And across this forgotten, neglected dial, various local scenes of true underground music, punk, hip-hop, techno, trance, dance, goth, industrial, and more are beginning to break out across America. Sony introduces the PlayStation 5, a state-of-the-art gaming, Blu-ray, DVR, and internet communication console, which actively seeks to replace both entertainment systems and home computers. Microsoft waits 6 months, then releases the strikingly similar Xbox 5000 at 1/3 less the price. Meanwhile, video games have become the most profitable and pervasive industry in global entertainment, bigger than movies, music, and television. Because of this, games remain the most effective way of introducing new music to the world, and titles like Madden 2017 continue to sell over 14 million units. Every song in the game is heard and identified over 1.5 billion times. The Grateful Dead and its spin-off bands, which personally recorded more than 10,000 concerts over 50 years of touring, have amassed the second largest catalog of digital music available for commercial download. The first largest, of course, is Prince. Nevertheless, in 2017, Grateful Dead Productions, which includes the successful San Francisco theme park Terrapin Station, remains one of the top 5 most valuable brands in the world. American Idol, now in its 15th year in the air, continues to create disposable pop stars for middle America. This season, finalists cover such classic oldies as Breakfast at Tiffany's by Deep Blue Something, Kiss from a Rose by Seal, This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan, Wonderwall by Oasis, and Waterfalls by TLC. As a matter of course, the winner will record and release a relentlessly bland #1 album executive produced by Clive Davis. MTV and VH1 are networks comprised of all original programming. If you remember when they used to air music videos, then you probably also owned a Walkman and hung out at Tower Records. Your kids do not think you are cool at all. But around the world, an unstoppable organic force continues to surge. Labels have learned to embrace real change and foster their own bold growth. Around the world, more artists are making new music than ever before. Around the world, more people love to discover and share new music than ever before. Genres are being crossed. Social and ethnic borders are falling. For the first time, global culture is truly global. For the first time, we realize that music is not merely a disc or a download, but a vitally harnessed power that is part of who we are as a species. In the year 2017, the record business is dead, but an industry has been reborn. The evolution continues, and the music lives.